Today on Trisha, shocking psychic readings.
Oh my God!
She's looking out for you from the other side.
It was a murder.
A young girl killed under mysterious circumstances.
On her 18th birthday, she decided to take this road trip, and she never made it. Her body was right there.
A family desperate for closure.
I want to know how somebody can just throw her out as used trash. Maybe she was looking for help and didn't know how to explain it, like afraid to say.
Can these psychic twins help this grieving family begin the healing process
She's never far away from you.
and catch a killer?
There was one man, 26 years old, kind of tan-skinned. Oh, honey.
I told you, God, I knew it. I said it. I told him.
Plus, we'll put our own panel of psychics to the test, reading strangers on the streets of New York.
That's a little creepy. Yeah.
And reading audience members.
Like bodyguard or like security or...
I have a security company.
And my executive producer is stunned when a psychic in the audience reads him.
You had trauma, I don't know when, and he doesn't want to do it.
Is this family being tormented by ghosts?
About 6 months after we moved into the house, strange things started happening.
Now what we've done is to enlist the help of psychic medium Michelle Whitedove. What will be revealed?
I don't like this room. This room's heavy because somebody died in it.
What's happening?
I'm just having problems. I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today, we're exploring the world of psychics. Can they truly receive messages from beyond or give us clues that could unlock our futures? Well, I want everyone to meet Freedom and her daughter, Rhea. Now, 4 years ago, Freedom received a phone call in the middle of the night. Her 18-year-old daughter, Shemaya, was found dead on the side of the road. Now, she was told only that her daughter suffered traumatic head injuries, and today, Shemaya's murder remains unsolved. Well, Freedom and Rhea are here today for answers only a psychic can reveal. Take a look.
It's every mother's worst nightmare. A phone call in the middle of the night. The devastating news that your firstborn child was found dead on the side of the road. This is exactly what happened to Freedom in December 2008. Her daughter Shemaya's body was discovered in Riverside, California, on the highway.
I got a phone call from Urupa County Sheriff's Department. They asked if I was the mother of Shemaya, and I told him yes. And he told me that my daughter was murdered, well, dead, in Riverside, California. All I remember was dropping the phone, getting in the car, the whole time driving a 5.5-hour drive. Body was right there. I want to know what happened. I want to know how somebody can take such a beautiful creature and just throw her out as used trash and she's no good. I just want an opportunity to look them in their face and allow them to see that you stole her. You didn't have permission to do that to her. She was loved and she was wanted and she was needed.
Freedom, so we can understand, I always like to put a personality to a face.
Yes, ma'am.
So what sort of a young lady was Shemaya?
Shemaya was very passionate and powerful, very strong.
Where was Maya going? What was going on?
She was on a road trip. Some of her friends, they were supposed to drive through California. You know, all these things she wanted to do. When I told her, when you're 18, you're grown.
Yeah.
So on her 18th, she decided to do all the things I told her not to do. Tattoos, earrings in her nose.
And take this road trip.
Absolutely, and take this road trip. And she was on her way there, and she never made it.
And the injuries were consistent with her being, what, pushed or thrown or falling from a moving car?
I believe logic, according to Freedom, only, is that somebody threw her out as if she didn't belong. There was no other...
Of a moving vehicle?
Yes, ma'am. No bruises, no scrapes on her arm, no crawling on the ground, no scratches, just the blunt trauma.
Now, this was 2008. Did they haven't solved this?
No, ma'am. They want to treat it as a vehicular pedestrian homicide.
Really? What did you say? The last conversation, did she ask you for something?
Yes, she did. Shemaya asked me for $100, but it wasn't a, Mom, I need this. It was just, Mom, you got $100? No. I just did Christmas.
Yeah.
I just did your sister's birthday. No. Call your granny, ask her if she can send it to you, and I'll replace it. She said, okay.
And that was the last time you spoke to her?
That was my last phone call. And so I feel if I would have given her the $100, I would have prohibited this. Like, she'd still be here. Like, maybe she was looking for help and didn't know how to explain it, like afraid to say. So that is what's heavy on me.
And you've been living with that all these years?
There will never be a day that any of my seeds calls me for something and I won't get it. Ever again. Ever.
Oh. So, we wanted to give this family some psychic clues as to what may have happened to Shemaya. So we invited internationally renowned psychics and authors of psychic intelligence, twins Linda and Terry Jameson. Now, they've been secluded backstage. They haven't heard a word of what we've been saying out here. All they know is that Freedom's daughter is deceased. So, Freedom, are you ready to meet Linda and Terry?
As I'll ever be.
So please welcome psychic twins, Linda and Terry Jameson. Hi. Now, I don't know who's Linda and who's Terry.
It's a pleasure. I'm Linda.
Linda. I'm sure I won't remember Terry.
Trisha.
Pleasure to meet you. And this is Freedom.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, as I said before, all the twins know is that your daughter, Maya, is deceased. Yes. So, Linda, Terry, have you worked out some answers or something about the background?
We're so terribly sorry that you had this loss. It's emotional to talk about, I'm sure, for us as well. And she is so much around you. I'm getting emotional now. On the plane here, I was channeling for like 2 hours, and I was feeling your daughter's energy so strongly. And there's her picture. Yeah. Shemaya, right? She is an angel for you, and she said she's so at peace and freedom. She wants you to let go of the pain and stop mourning her passing, because it's been 4 years, and she wants you to know that she is always with you, and she wants you to celebrate her life, okay? Both of you, to celebrate her life and not mourn her passing, because it was very important that she was your daughter for that amount of time, and she was a light in the world. She said you were an angel for her, and both of you were, and she said, I will always be grateful, and I'm always around you two. I'm always with you. She comes in your dreams, and she wants you to know that she's never far away from you. So let go, celebrate her life, and use what happened to her to fuel your mission to help other people who've had similar losses.
I have to say this, that before the producers, Trisha's producers called us, I pulled this card.
Didn't even know.
And then I got the call. It says Freedom.
Have you been able to work out something about what happened to Freedom's daughter?
What I have to be honest with you and say that it was a murder.
I knew it.
Was there head trauma?
Yes.
Okay. There was someone named James. There's a James or a Billy connected to the name. There was one man.
26 years old.
Kind of tan-skinned. He was about 26. And I feel he had brown hair.
Was
there
a black
anything
car.
found about that?
It was a black car.
Black
Black
car.
car.
And I drove all the way there, back to her spot. I stayed in her room. I walked where she walked. Something said it's not an accident. The officer said it wasn't an accident. Like I was very like this. I felt stiff and frozen and hurt and angry. And then it was this piece that was like, It wasn't an accident. And everybody's, I knew, Trisha. There was nothing the police, nobody can tell me if it was an accident, if I felt it was an accident 4 years
You could have
now,
let it go.
I would have said, okay, I forgive you.
And let me tell you something. The cops dropped the ball on this, did they not?
Yeah, they did.
Do you know where and where this happened?
She was not killed where she was found.
She
I will
was
tell you
not
that, Trisha.
killed. She was killed some miles away.
That's right.
And brought and left there. Oh, honey. And she wanted...
Trisha!
That's what you felt?
You knew it. Right?
I knew it. I said it. I told them that is not the spot. And they told me forensics says that this is what it does. And I told you, God, I knew it. I said it. I told them. I said it was a bridge. Like, what is this bridge? It keeps coming back, this bridge. Did you get a bridge? Like, this bridge kept coming back. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is not the spot. I went to that spot, and I went back to her same hotel that she stayed in, and I sat there like, show up.
Can I ask what else?
Yes, there was a scar over the right eye, and both of us got this.
He had some kind of scar.
The murderer, he had a tattoo on his arm. She fell in with the wrong people. You did not know him. He was on drugs.
He had kind of close-set eyes, thin lips.
Yes,
He was
and
about
a wide
5'10".
nose. A wide nose. He about 5'10".
5'10", and a very dangerous person. Has hurt other young women.
She told me that.
That's
her
right.
friend was afraid.
Her friend was afraid.
Afraid.
This is a really important question. Do you think anyone has any information that could lead to getting some answers on this case? Because
I don't
while we're
know
on television,
if there's a person that you will meet, but I feel like he's going to go to jail anyway
on another charge.
Yes.
On another charge.
He's going to get his freedom.
You may not get to see the karmic justice in this lifetime, but he will go to jail, sweetheart. And believe me, there is karmic punishment for this person.
one thing I do want to say is that Freedom and Rhea, I really thank you for sharing the beauty of your sister and your daughter, and I know it's a very harrowing story, but I hope that this appearance jogs somebody's mind, somebody's memory, and if anyone has any information regarding Shemaiah, please call us at 1-855-4-TRISHA. That's 1-855-4-TRISHA, and we'll see that it's passed on. But we'll be back after this. Up next, we'll put our own psychics to the test, reading strangers on the streets of New York.
Oh my God! That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
And later, this psychic targets my own executive producer.
You had trauma, I don't know when, that patch in the back of your head. And he doesn't want to do it.
Psychic phenomenon.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today on Trisha.
Welcome back, welcome back. We've been talking to psychics today, and I just want to ask, have you ever just had that feeling about someone you passed on the street or sat next to on the bus? Well, our next guest, psychic medium and clairvoyant to the stars, Thomas John, says it happens, not just with his celebrity clients, but all the time. So please welcome Thomas John to the show. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
So what do you do?
Well, I'm a psychic medium, and so I do two things. I give messages from people that have passed away, and I also give readings about what may happen in the future or something that might have happened in the past that people need advice or information about.
What are some of the things that you've been able to predict, if you like, about some celebrities?
Every year on January 1st, I do release a bunch of predictions, and this year I actually predicted that Whitney Houston would pass away. I also predicted that Tom and Katie Holmes would have a major divorce. And actually I predicted, which is actually recent, I predicted that there would be a foiled terrorist plot that would happen in the fall in New York City. And it was interesting because the news lines I was reading today, it says foiled plot, so I used that exact word.
2013, what should we be looking out for? Anything?
We'll be under President Obama. We will be under Obama.
Anything else? Any celebrities?
You're going to be on the air. We'll see you on the air. And you're gonna,
That's nice to know.
we're definitely going to see an announcement of a pregnancy from Kate Middleton for sure. I do see Tom Cruise in the news with a new relationship for him. Somebody new that he's going to be connected with blonde hair.
Also, you can pick up vibes just from passing people in the street.
Right.
That must make walking down the street a real stressful situation. I mean, New York's bad enough at the worst of times, but I just want to show people what we wanted to do was to put Thomas to the test. So we sent him out on the mean streets of New York City to see if he could randomly read unsuspecting strangers. So here's what our cameras captured.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Hi. I was walking by and I was like picking up some stuff off you. I'm a psychic. Do you mind if I give you a little reading?
Sure, go ahead.
The first thing I get off of you is that I feel at work, I see you employed, I feel like you're probably the hardest worker there, but you're very underappreciated.
Pretty much on the nose.
Right. Are you having like roommate drama or like apartment drama or neighbor drama? I see like conflict around.
My roommate, she actually left and went to London for a month, and it's like this whole big thing, because then maybe she's coming back, maybe she's not.
I'm feeling like that's going to resolve. It's going to be fine. Like, I'm not really sure how it's going to, but it just shows me like that. But I feel like it's kind of like weighing on you a little bit.
Do you mind if I give you a reading?
Nope.
I keep seeing colors like spiraling around you. It might be a painter, it might be art, it might be, but I also see like, it might even be like movement. Like I see you doing like maybe like dance or yoga or something like that. Have you ever done anything like in a creative area?
Well, we're singers.
I literally just had an image of you on the red carpet. You. I don't know where you were, but,
Well, I did anyway, so.
And I also feel for you, there's like a big relationship that I'm feeling is happening like very soon for you. It's somebody coming back from the past, though. I'm being told.
Oh my God! Oh, okay.
Okay, see, that's
that's a little creepy.
Yeah, like, oh my God.
It was nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Wow.
Whoa. Now, it's psychic Thomas John and Michelle White Dove have generously agreed to stick around and answer some of the audience members' most burning questions. Up next, in a shocking surprise, this psychic zeroes in on my own executive producer.
You had trauma, I don't know when, that patch in the back of your head, and he doesn't want to do it.
Psychic phenomena.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today on Trisha.
Hi, we're back talking about psychic phenomena, and so far we've been blown away by the psychic revelations that have happened on the show. Well, now we're opening up the room to our audience. So joining us on stage are renowned psychics Michelle White Dove, Thomas John, and twins Linda and Terry Jameson. Who wants to take the first one? Thomas, what about you?
I'll do it.
You'll do it? Okay, so who should we come to? If you'd like to come to the lady in lilac just here. I'll get you to stand up, ma'am.
Hi, I just wanted to know, I would like a reading if you feel anyone with me today.
I feel two people around you. I feel actually two women with you. It feels like actually like a mother figure and like her sister or somebody's, like it would be, they're coming together, so I feel like they would be sisters. One of them has problems in the legs, I feel, or issues with the legs.
My mom passed away, I guess, 2 years ago, and she was bedridden. She had hip surgery, couldn't walk. She was crippled.
Yeah. And she's putting like a nurse hat on you. And that's to thank you for taking care of her. There was some...
I cared for her for like the last 15 years.
More connected with one of them than the other one, but she's bringing someone else who would be like her sister. It might even be her mom, but they were like sisters. That's what I'm feeling.
I live in a house that's over 100 years old where my grandmother bought, 50 years ago and died, and my mother, I was raised, and my daughter and I always feel them in the house.
Yeah, they're there, but they're not causing you any harm or anything. I mean, they're really just there having, yeah. I see them. They're very protective of you. They want you to start your second chapter, you know. They want you to just start again, so.
Does that make sense?
Yes. When I wrote in, I had asked the Hope to get a reading so I could go on and start the second half of my life. So
Okay. Thank you. Let me come. Would you like to go up to the lady in the lady in red? Twins, would you be able to?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Do you have a question about your future for us that we can answer? A burning question.
About your future.
I know I have a feeling that everything's going to be all right, and I'm writing that.
Oh, I love you. I love your vibration. Yes, you're just so positive and optimistic, and you just have this beautiful heart-centered energy. Trust that you're going to be fine, because you absolutely will. Do you have very powerful dreams about future things that are going to happen?
Yes.
And you're almost always right. I want you to trust that more.
Thank you.
Because you've been psychic in past lives.
Yes, I know that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
I just got to say something. Are you willing to say to me? This lady here just said something. Can you stand up for me? What's your name?
Kathy.
Kathy. And what did you tell me, Kathy?
I'm a little psychic. I tell people that. I have a psychic message for him.
The gentleman with glasses?
I'm sorry.
Paul. Yeah.
Paul.
This is our executive producer. Yeah. What?
Do it.
I just got a feeling.
So hold the team up.
You got a feeling being here. What was that?
Well, you had trauma. I don't know when. That patch in the back of your head. And he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No. I don't know.
No, he did though.
I get a little emotional, so I don't want to get into it, but no, I'm okay.
What?
Is it true?
I don't want to. I would rather not discuss.
Okay. That's okay.
How about that?
Rather
But thank you very much.
All right.
Hi, my name's Samantha. I would like to know about my future also, but my grandma passed away in February, and I just want to know if she was still with me or if she was still here.
Your grandmother it had something to do with the upper respiratory, and she so weak at the end, and she couldn't eat. And she's trying to come around you. She's already come through to you in the dream state. That's the most common way. She's trying to let you know, and she's coming to you in a younger form. And she was more like a mother to you, not your grandmother. I know by blood, but she's saying, that's my baby girl. And she loves you, honey. And you got to let go of this and know that she's looking out for you from the other side in the spirit world, like a guardian angel, like a protector. She doesn't want you fooling around with those boys, though.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to take a break first, and then we'll come back to our audience. So stay with us. Coming up.
About 6 months after we moved into the house, strange things started happening.
I don't like this room. This room's heavy because somebody died in it.
And later.
I don't want to mention what I do.
I see you in a uniform. It almost seems like a bodyguard or like security or...
I have a security company.
You are the Fire. Get off my stage.
Psychic phenomena.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today on Trisha.
Please welcome Laura and Tanya to the show. Now, Laura and Tanya wholeheartedly believe they're being tormented by evil spirits and that their house may be haunted. Weird things have been happening ever since they've moved in. Items have mysteriously vanished. They've even heard strange voices and noises coming from the walls. Now, if that's not frightening enough, Tanya believes these paranormal entities have followed her to her new home. So take a look at where it all started.
In 2001, I bought this house for my daughter and I. A man and his mother had built this house, and he had died here.
About 6 months after we moved into the house, strange things started happening. Silverware was disappearing, clothes were disappearing, things were being moved and put into different spots, and it really confused me.
At first, I thought my daughter was just misplacing the clothes, but then we started hearing talking in the walls.
By talking, we mean that there was a lot of chattering going on in the wall. We were hearing clanging of dishes, just exactly like you would hear at a dinner party.
I do believe there are ghosts in the house, but I don't think they'll hurt us, so I'm not afraid.
I started believing in the paranormal as a teenager. I would actually take the Ouija board and I would go sit in my closet in the dark and I would play with it and it would talk to me. It actually told me that I was going to die in a fire, which is one of my greatest fears in life. Another thing that scares me is my mom's basement. I get this very uncomfortable feeling from down there and it just really creeps me out.
Honestly, I just want to get to the bottom of this. I want my daughter to feel more comfortable in my house, and hopefully after this experience, it'll all go back to normal.
So, Laura, Tanya, can you remember when you first started experiencing these things? What were the first things that started happening?
Things started disappearing.
Like what? Like
clothing. Clothing started
Mostly
to
her
disappear.
clothing.
Tell me about the jewelry you had.
I had a watch that my ex bought for me. I was looking for it to wear it to school one day, and I couldn't find it. And I'm very particular about where I put my things.
Right.
A couple months later, I found it somewhere where I would not have put it.
Where was it?
It was tucked away in like one of my jewelry boxes.
How did this affect you, all of these things going missing? Did you think for a minute you were going mad, or were you frightened, or what?
I felt very uncomfortable. I've always felt uncomfortable in that house since we moved in.
And your bedroom, tell me about that.
My bedroom was never a serene place for me to be.
Why not? Describe the feeling in the bedroom.
I just got this heavy, uneasy feeling. It just didn't make me feel right.
Something making you feel uncomfortable there.
Yes.
And you say you weren't scared, Laura.
I didn't get the same feelings that she did. I knew there was things happening, but I just kind of like, okay, well, it has to be a logical explanation for it, and I just kind of put it off. But then when we start hearing the talking in the walls, it's like, okay, wait a minute.
You both heard that?
Yes.
So what were you thinking of doing? What did you think it was? Did you think ghosts or something spooky, or did you just...
I thought there was ghosts in the house.
You did?
I really did, yeah.
Tell me, what was the fear about the basement? And we're looking at the basement now. What's your...
I never went in that basement since we first moved in.
Why not?
I just did not like the basement. I did not like the feeling I got in the basement.
What was that? Tell me the feeling.
Scared. If I had to go down there for something, I would run up the stairs, practically falling over myself to get out of there.
Now, Tanya, you moved.
Yes.
Recently.
Yes.
Tanya fears this supernatural force may have followed her. So we enlisted the help of the New Jersey Ghost Hunters Society. Yep, and they sent a team to investigate Tanya's condo. Have a look at what they uncovered.
Tanya welcomed Melissa and Gail of the New Jersey Ghost Hunters Society. Armed with an array of high-tech devices, they set out on their investigation into the strange phenomena occurring in Tanya's home. Tanya led the team to her kitchen, where the most peculiar incidents took place. It wasn't long before the team began to detect some unusual activity.
And it's not in any of the other pictures.
Gail and Melissa then attempted to channel the spirits that had been reaching out to Tanya.
Now, what I use sometimes is a pendulum. For me, a yes answer is counterclockwise, and a no answer is clockwise. Is this Tanya's grandmother?
So it looks like it's a relative of hers.
Yes.
There was a falling out, and I went a long time without seeing her. I miss her, and I'm glad that she's here with me, and, you know, that I loved her.
It's a really nice thing that she came here and is here watching over you.
Thank you so much, guys.
It's
sad, but is it comforting at the same time?
It was very comforting.
Yeah.
Very comforting.
Was there a difference in the feeling in the house once the ghost hunters had left?
I felt more comfortable knowing that it was my grandmother.
Well, when I heard this story, I had to see for myself. So with the help of renowned psychic Michelle White-Dove, I took a little field trip to Laura's allegedly haunted house. And when we come back, find out what happened once I walked through the front door. Up next.
I don't like this room. This room's heavy because somebody died in it. I'm getting the heck out of here.
And later.
I don't want to mention what I do.
I see you in a uniform. It almost seems like a bodyguard or like security or...
I have a security company.
Psychic phenomena.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today on Trisha.
Welcome back. We've been talking to Laura and Tanya, who say they're convinced their house has been invaded by supernatural spirits. And Tanya fears they may be stalking her. Well, joining us now is renowned psychic and author of Ghost Stalker, Michelle White-Dove. Come on in, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi. Now, we're going to show people what happened when we actually went to Laura and Tanya's house. But first off, the minute you arrived there, did you pick up something?
From the very moment. So as soon as I got on the property, I started picking up energy right away and different spirits and who was, who was haunting her, if anyone.
Well, before we go any further, take a look at what happened when Michelle and I showed up at Laura's door. So I've travelled here to Gibbstown, New Jersey to take a look at the supposedly spooky house. Now what we've done is to enlist the help of psychic medium Michelle White-Dove to try to get to the bottom of what's really going on here. What's happening?
I'm just having problems with my battery right now on my microphone.
Yes. Problems with my cell phone is going on.
But is that, have you run out of battery or?
They were brand new batteries when we got here, and now.
Well, Michelle, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Hi. Hi. Let's chat it.
Yeah, just.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me in your home. I feel a very temperature gauge. The temperature is much different. It's not normally supposed to be cold up here. You don't feel it?
Yeah, I do feel it is a bit colder, but is there a draft or something?
No, it's not a draft.
You got any windows open?
No. I knew that this was your room. This room's very cold.
Yes.
And I don't like this room. This room's
Why?
heavy because somebody died in it. Oh my
God, how do you feel that?
That
freaks me out a little bit.
I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
All right, that's just very thick.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I can't breathe. Hold on. Okay. I don't like that room. Hold on. Now see, it's not that way in here.
Oh, hang on, my watch.
The cameraman's. Oh, this room needs to be cleared and blessed.
Huh?
I think the children should take your watch.
Never comes undone.
Oh, these kids, oh, they love shiny things.
Oh, look! It never comes undone. It's warm up here.
Oh, so this is where they like to go.
What?
Because here's the view. 2 children here. And that's who took your jewelry. You're a condo. You don't live here anymore. You live in a condo, right?
Yes.
But yeah, you're here though. You come back and forth.
Yeah.
You visit mom. So what it is that it just travels with you.
It was time for Tanya to face one of her biggest fears, entering the basement that had frightened her for so many years.
Please know you have a lot of activity here. She's more sensitive to it. You're like oblivious to it. It must be so empty because you had many people come in and out of here, and they squat, and they would take shelter here, but they were doing drugs. Oh my! Look at this, the hair standing up on me. I'm getting the heck out of here. All right, I've had enough of this. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Thank you. I really, truly hope that this has brought you some peace and understanding. True power is wisdom and the discernment of it, so use it wisely.
Thank you.
All right, and may God bless you.
Yes.
All right.
Now, just a couple of things I guess we need to cover. Tanya and Laura, when Michelle came to your house, did you sit and discuss anything with her, or the fact that you didn't live there anymore, or was any of that gone into?
No, not at all.
Did you talk to her about the history of the house with Michelle at all? Everything that you heard was like a shock.
Yes.
I think one of the biggest shocks involved, well, you might tell us that a name came to you, didn't it? The name
George. You kept screaming in my ear, George, George. I'm the man here that was her boyfriend in trying to protect her.
And Laura, you were shocked, weren't you?
Yes.
And her grandmother was there, and she would sit in this rocking chair that was very old and rock back and forth. As well as 2 children were on the property, and they're the ones that come and take her things, jewelry, very playful, and they tug at her, in their areas.
And hide the jewelry.
And hide. And we went all through this that day.
Yeah. Michelle started coming out with the name George, 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 and you said, that's my partner. What happened to him?
He passed away. He just gave up and passed away.
And one of the things that you said he went to, what did he tell you about his passing? He said he went too soon?
He said that he went too soon. It wasn't his actual time to go. And I knew that he died very young, and she told me that he died, I believe, at 29. That's very young to die.
Yeah.
And so he's not happy. He doesn't want to pass over into the light. It's not that he doesn't know where the light or the heavens is. It's that he wants to stay here, earthbound, with her and at the home. But this house is layered. We don't have just the history of the slavery and the imprints and the voodoo, but we had squatters that when it was abandoned, which I am the one that told her that. I said, this house sat for a while, and these squatters came, and some of them overdosed in the basement. And then not to mention that we had our grandmother there, we had George there. Then
pretty crowded there.
Then we had, the children.
Yeah.
The children.
And we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back. Coming up.
I don't want to mention what I do.
I see you in a uniform. It almost seems like a bodyguard or like security. Or
I have a security company.
You are the fire. Get off my stage.
Psychic phenomena.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today on Trisha.
Hi, welcome back to a Trisha special. We're talking all things psychic, and with us we have Thomas John, we have Michelle White Dove, and we have the psychic twins, who I can't tell apart, but they're all with us today. And we've asked the audience, have they got any questions? So for this gentleman here, so we can go boy, girl, yeah.
This is for anyone pretty much on the stage. I don't want to mention what I do, but where do you see me going career-wise?
Who wants to take
Why
that?
do I see a uniform? It's like he works his way up. It almost, I got to be honest with you. I see you in a uniform. It almost seems like a bodyguard or like security. And I see some famous people around you, too. They want you for muscle and for protection.
I have a security company. I teach and I train security personnel in martial arts, And I'm also an actor. I do film fight choreography. So when you mention the famous people, I work with a lot of famous people in the industry. That's why I don't want to say what I do. just want to see if you picked it up.
Psychic phenomena.
I'm getting the heck out of here.
Today on Trisha.
I want to thank all of our guests today, and I especially want to thank our guests who came here to tell in very traumatic stories in Freedom's story, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. But I thank all of you for watching. I thank all of our studio audience who've been so honest with it. Thank you to all of our guests here, and as I said, we'll just have to do this show again sometime. Take care. Bye-bye.